This idea didn't really make it through the jam, but I do kind of like it and have a lot in mind for it. I might continue this game somewhere and implement this endless mode with meta progression, play upgrades and a lot more. For now, I just made some predefined levels and hoped for them to be alright. The time has finally come and I continued developing this game. Finally had the time to get started on the type of gameplay I initially wanted to implement. I didn't get it all done, it's still very unbalanced and I want to remake all of the UI, visuals, sound and some other quality of life features. I did manage to complete most systems though. I already had the world generation script from the time during the jam, but improved it by adding chunking for more performance. More importantly, I wanted some sort of progression. The first feature I implemented was a library of all the discovered celestial objects. I already had a list of all discoverable celestial objects, so I just stored the ones that have already been visited in a JSON file and checked whether to render them just as black outline or in color. In addition to that, I added a pop-up which appears whenever you discover something new, reminding you to check the library. The library also contains some simple information which might be useful, especially when I add more planets. Then I added some player upgrades. For my first upgrade, I added the so-called Blaze Dash. It's a short, powerful boost which consumes a lot of fuel. It can be activated by pressing space or the left mouse button for a very short time. Right now, in my opinion, the only real usage for this feature is to escape black holes, especially because it's still really unbalanced. I have other plans for it in the final version though. Blaze Dash was the first of many upgrades. Therefore, I added an adaptable upgrade menu to unlock upgrades and configure the spaceship. I tried to make adding new upgrades as easy as possible, therefore I have one global upgrade manager, which contains a list of all the upgrade descriptions. Each upgrade description contains a name or ID, a description, an icon, a number describing how often the upgrade can be improved, along with an area of costs for each of the upgrade stages. The upgrade manager instantiates a new upgrade tuner for each upgrade. The upgrade tuner then displays the upgrade in the upgrade menu and allows you to tune it. The currently selected upgrade stage as well as the unlocked upgrade stage are stored in player prefs. I kind of want to store the upgrades in a JSON file too, for consistency mostly, but also because string references are usually not that great. But I think in this example it's fine. I have one scriptable object describing the upgrade, which I use everywhere. I use its name as ID to store the unlocked level, and append the string selected to store what upgrade stage is selected. I think this way it works just fine. After each run, I want to show the player some run summary, containing the distance traveled from the star planet, the total distance traveled, the number of celestial objects visited, along with the earned skill points for each category. I didn't spend a lot of time on this, I just wanted something functional, not necessarily pretty. I'm going to rework all of the visuals in the next devlog, so spending too much time on this would kind of be a waste. At that time, the only way to earn skill points was by traveling far away from home. I didn't want to count the travel distance in general, because then you could just circle around an oxygen planet, but I might change that later. Regardless, I needed another way to earn skill points. I decided rewarding the player for smooth landings would be a great idea. I already had a collision action for that, so I just adjusted it in order to allow giving a randomized amount of skill points and to instantiate a text display showing the received skill points for some time. With the skill point system and the upgrade system in place, I added a lot more upgrades. So far, shield, fuel, oxygen, speed and scanner. The scanner upgrade, similarly to Blaze Dash, adds a new ability, a passive ability this time. Depending on the level, the scanner points an arrow towards the nearest object of a specific type. I made the system easily adaptable. So far it's configured to first show an oxygen planet, then 2 oxygen planets, then it adds a black hole, and the last upgrade adds 2 stars. I will change how this works when I add more planets, but it works for now. Everything is still very unbalanced. Regardless, I had a lot of fun playtesting. Playing with everything maxed out feels really nice when you can just dash around black holes as if their force fields were nothing. I also really like the fact that I can downscale the abilities to maybe make it more challenging. Potentially, I could add challenges in which you have to reach a certain distance, for example, with the lowest oxygen settings, which could then give you more skill points to upgrade things. Speaking of challenges, let me introduce 2 other ways to earn skill points. Whenever you discover a new planet, as mentioned, it unlocks in the library. Now you can click on it to see it and earn some skill points as reward. In addition to that, achievements. They appear in the Achievements tab, have a name, icon and description. They also show you the progress, and when the progress is complete, you can click on it to earn your reward and advance the achievement to the next level. I've wrote a simple, easily expandable system for that and added some more achievements. Let me show you. First, I created more instances from the achievement scriptable object. The achievement scriptable object contains an ID and icon, an integer describing the amount of available achievement levels. Then I have 4 arrays containing the relevant achievement level information, such as names, descriptions, achievement conditions, and rewards. Furthermore, I have 2 bool values, one deciding whether the progress needs to be made in one run or can progress over multiple runs, and the other one deciding whether it's a yes/no completion or in % achievement. I made one abstract class for the achievement conditions with an abstract method, returning a value from 0 to 1, showing the achievement progress. This way, I could, for example, implement a distance from home condition and create multiple scriptable object instances with different values. I could also implement completely different ones, for example tracking the amount of celestial objects visited. This way, I could even make mixed achievements where the first level depends on distance, the second level on a specific planet visited, and so on. Then I added some placeholder sounds, some placeholder art. I really didn't want to spend too much time on it since it won't stay in the final version. It's good enough for this version though. You can download this updated version on badpaddy.itch.io, the link should be in the description. I won't update the browser build for now. Keep in mind that this is still a work in progress version, the world generation is very unbalanced, achievements and skill points are unbalanced. I think it's playable and also quite fun, but it will all be improved in the final version, alongside the visuals and sounds. If you're interested, give it a go, play it, and if you want you can write me your ideas for new planets, achievements or upgrades, or other suggestions in general. I have a bunch more planets in mind on my own, maybe even a story that will have to wait for the next devlog though, along with a final polish and some quality of life improvements. That's basically all for this devlog. I hope I didn't forget anything, I hope you enjoyed it. As always, let me know what you didn't like and maybe how I could improve it, and I hope we'll see each other in the next devlog. Bye!